outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. 13. Now it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down. As they'll wind up getting close to 10 yards there. They only needed 1 on 4th and 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in.
On 1, ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Wise. The ball comes out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 36.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On one, ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Wise, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him, AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. Touchdown, Bengals. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Lamar changing the play.
Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Returnable here from the 38. fighting his way through contact. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
11 MT, take.
They'll run on first down. Wise. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a give right side. It's Wise. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
73 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, they'll run it here. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
But not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another first down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They go play action with Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Jackson will throw again. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a give, right side. Wise. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down. Go.
Jackson on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Jackson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And quickly they get to the line. From the gun, Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Ravens are back within a couple of the lead. Flush to his right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 1st down, it's Wise. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wise. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. 3rd. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Bengals 36. A 3rd down gain of 19. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Jackson's got the throw here, caught by Addison. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson now. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Wise. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
109 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down now, it's Wise. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one we're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
No, we changed it.
To throw again is Jackson.
He gets it to Addison.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
We changed it.
To throw is Jackson.
These guys running back out of the backfield.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now they're in the hurry up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with a milestone career touchdown number 100. joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. I said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On second down, Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Trayvon Walker. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as well. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th. Touchdown, Bengals! A big play there. 54 yards.
And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Here's Jackson.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bengals force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Jackson. Addison hauls it in.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now Lamar changing the look. Jackson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Jackson to throw.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.